tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we should look to the war up front. The Bears are top 10 in rushing yards. They're going up against the Eagles team that will need to keep the running game in check. So for the call of this Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Defense showing blitz. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense. They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there. Shift together here from the D-line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards remain now, still first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust? And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And out come the Eagles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and the Bears will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go now. Boom, Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, boy.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. About 3 yards there to the 27. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue, line it. Blue, line it. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Patriot.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
All right, now, Detroit. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. Blue, line it. Back down in that belly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Green. Leopard. Let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a 33-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now it's carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be first down Bears.
Well, that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Detroit! Detroit!
Another pistol look here. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. Fighting through. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the midfield stripe. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Sent in motion. final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They're going to look to throw.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing left side, it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So the D-line's going to spread out. As they run the counter play. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
As a defender, you've seen that play work all game long. What you have to do, though, is stay with your keys and not overrun plays, because once you do that, they send you in one direction and come back in the opposite.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4. Here comes the D swarming to the line. The tight end in motion right. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Mike 50. Set. Green 30. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. So spinning away. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll try and sneak it here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Let's go.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Looking to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now they send a man in motion right. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Their big tight end, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out? He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go. Man 38.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
All right, here we go. Watching that, Marty. Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he motions the wide receiver. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go! No, check. Patriot! Leopard!
Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Philadelphia, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
world where you and me, we show our hearts, yeah, entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling. So promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me.
You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. Okay, whoa. We've been on the road, from the go. Hit my blow. You know we've been down for too long to give up. Can't go. I need all pesos, want it all. Case closed. I go balls to the wall, can't hold to the ball game over. These boys can't hold me. You boys can't hold us. I told you, better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours.